Let's talk about the NPFL now. The league's chairman recently.
I think I should be asking you that.
Yeah,
you're closer
this,
than me now.
This is more like what are your expectations for next season? Obviously, now the league is on TV. We have a broadcast deal with StarTimes, 4 games per weekend, and now the league's chairman have come out to disclose the start of next season. August.
He's not sure.
It's very rare. August 22nd till May. Now a date has been fixed tentatively when the season will start and when it will end. Now, from what you've seen, this just concluded season. Congratulations to Remo Stars. They're the league winners. What do you want to see for subsequent seasons in the NPFL in terms of TV, in terms of content creation? We know there are a lot of independent content creators, doing what they can for the league as well, for the league to get up there. But yes, we know getting a start date and the end date is a good step, a good progress in the right direction. But what more do you want to see as far as the league is concerned for next season?
Well, I'm going to start with the TV rights owners. Fortunately, in this case, the people who have the broadcast rights, they've done well in their bids, but I don't think they love Nigerian football. It's one thing to do well, it's another thing not to just buy it to kill it. We've seen that before. Almost all the major broadcasters that have bought sponsorship rights of the Nigerian league, they bought it to kill it. And there was a policy that AC Milan used during the Silvio Berlusconi era when he bought the club in 1986. He bought some players so that there will not be a competition against Milan when they are playing. Like when they bought Jean-Pierre Papin. They didn't need him. Bought him, gave him a big house, put a swimming pool and a dolphin for him to be playing around. He didn't play anything for AC Milan. There's a 30 million guy that they bought, Lentini. Also, there was no use for him because they were never going to bench what's it called? Marco van Basten. Point is, sometimes clubs do that. They disarm you so that their competition will be weakened. Bayern does that a lot in the German Bundesliga. When you look at the TV right, the Premier League, for instance, have ended. Every single day we are seeing the highlight of matches. It's called subliminal marketing. We have ended, but we are not out of your mind. We must stay in your mind. So whether there is World Club Cup going on that is being shown everywhere, YouTube, FIFA Plus, DAZN, Super Sports, the Premier League are still competing for attention. But look at the NPFL. The NPFL has ended. All the highlight, all the goals, they are not there. GTI, who are like the facilitator, right, of the league, cannot show you any data for this season. If I ask you now, you're a commentator in the league, but if I ask you, what's the total number of players that played in the league this season? Like the total number of players that played. When I mean played, the players that started, the ones that were substituted in, you will not be able to tell anybody. What's the total number of minutes put together? Nobody will be able to tell you. The goes on, is neither here nor there. And then to the independent content creators of the league, God bless you all. You guys have done well. I think that the real thing that needs to be done is we needs to go the right way. See, you cannot wish success upon yourself. You must set up a plan and work. And that plan will come with a lot of sacrifice. I have always said that to make Nigerian league, the NPFL, a marketable league, the organizers of the league, whether it's GTI or Benga Elegbele group with the divisional media, this thing is above their thinking capacity. I'm not insulting them, it is just the truth. History and their pedigree have shown that it is above their thinking capacity, but I'm offering them this advice for free. What will fix this league and make it very marketable is that you sell a broadcast right, you didn't sell production right. Still find a way to do your production yourself and send a signal to your broadcast company. In that way, you can sell to multiple broadcasters. Right now, what they are doing, the production, the transmission and the broadcast, you gave it to one company. That's a 3 components in one. That's not good. Again, you do not have the clips of your matches. You do not have the clip of your matches. It is warehouse somewhere. We don't have a server room where there's a lot of hard drive where every weekend all the games that was transmitted or broadcast, they are saved up there. So when you want to go and check, now how do they even do checks to say, okay, what did we do wrong last season? Let's review and see how did they do it. Just word of mouth. Word of mouth does not work again these days. Somebody need to put that in a science lab and spread it and say, okay, decide the font of this thing is not supposed to be so. This one, all of those things you need to analyze. It is data, 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 and data. Because what is really holding Nigerian league back is lack of money. You know that rule of he who pays the piper dictates the tune. Honorable Nduka Arabo was able to achieve a certain percentage of it when he could control what clubs do, how they behave, and all that by the laws he puts on the ground, and because he's paying them. So if I'm going to give you, if you're able to put 5,000 fans in the stadium, you will get 250,000 naira extra. If you play under 17, under 19 player within certain number of matches, you get 500,000 bonuses. Those are the things that happen. Once people now say, oh, this club is earning this because they are doing this, they will also do it. That's how innovation comes to the league. But this one where, oh, you play the league, oh, you win, you get 200 million. Then the other people, they just escort you, come, they get a 10 million to start the season, and then you invest 600 million. This is a process that is bound to fail. If Remo did not win the league last season, they would have gotten 10 million, but they spent 600 million. So let's say the owner of Remo is not doing other business, right? How are you able to sustain it over maybe 10 years? Because if you're spending Remo is not the highest paying team. If Remo alone spent 600 million last season, Eyimba maybe 1 billion, Rivers United 1.2 billion. If you take that money from the state government for 3 seasons and you don't win anything, what happens? This is why they beat referees. This is why they do match fixing. They win at all costs, because there is no business model around it. When you don't collect 1.5 billion 2 seasons, you never win anything. Your job is now on the line. Yeah. You will not do anything by hook or crook to win it. Arsenal did not win anything last season, but they made almost 200 million in earnings. And you can account for where the money came from: states, merchandise, gate takings, the turnstiles, appearance in matches, all of those things. When would we get there? That's when I will be excited. That's when I will have orgasm that, okay, our football is progressing. Do we have the talent? Yes, but even the talent, the quality of the talent is dying down, because now academies, for the very first time in Nigeria history, academies are selling more players abroad. Look at all the players that are playing in the national team that came from Nigeria. Name one that was sold from the NPFL. Osimhen from an academy. Victor Boniface from Real Sapphire. Chikwueze. Majority Simon didn't even play in the league. What's it called? Name anyone that came from. I'm not talking of the born abroad though. All the ones that came from Nigeria, no one came from the league. But the ones that you go abroad to go,
apart from the recent call-ups we've been seeing recently.
Apart from the recent NPFL call-ups, but the major ones, all came from. They were sold out of Nigeria abroad. So that should from the academy, that should tell you that there's something wrong with your league. That's why an under 17 player will go to under 17 World Cup, come back, he will become senior man. He's not gonna go train again. He's sitting at home. He's ready to sit at home for 2 years, waiting for his manager to give him a club. Why that same player, his mate that he played with at the under 17, have come back to his country and is playing for the league of his country. So those are some of the things that should bother us. But guess what? We're a country, a people that believe in prayers and luck. But my mother used to tell me that the problem with living on luck is that you don't know when your luck will run out. But if you have a plan and you're intentional and deliberate and strategic about it, you will definitely get a result. And even when you fail, you definitely know why you fail. But here, if we fail, it's because the devil is against us.
Well, interesting. I hope we want to see improvements in the league next season. I mean, we are going to see more games on TV.
Let me just ask you this question.
More games on TV.
Don't you get tired of the number of commentaries you do? Wouldn't you wish to have like 10 commentators?
I mean, that's how it should 20, be done. That's how it should be done. Each game, different voice, different commentators spread across board. I mean, more games next season. Fingers crossed. Wait to see how next season is going to pan out. 8 games according to the contract, if I'm not mistaken. 8 games per weekend next season.
I'm hoping.
So, I mean, one pair of commentators.
Now you want people to watch 8 games, but you're not advertising the ones that you've shown this season. Well, I don't know, Sha. There's Chinese magic that I don't know. Let's wait and see.
All right,
I'm open to learn.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.